Well, good morning everybody. It's Monday again. I am feeling a little bit stiff and tired after Saturday's half marathon, which I'm gonna have to just push through. Last week I gave you a video that took you kind of with me the whole way. This week I'm gonna just do it a little bit quicker, just drop stuff in and then maybe try and tell a little bit of a different story, because watch me go around every garden and cut every bit of grass is probably gonna get a little bit monotonous. So all of today's gardens are in Berby. We're going to get round them probably by early afternoon, and then I've got a job in Stony to go and do for a leasing company. So it's nice to get a wee bit of work from a letting agent instead of just from private customers. Kind of mixes up the flow of work. Good morning, it's Tuesday the 21st of July, back down here at the unit again to pick up the trailer and go take away some more green waste. I think this week's big challenge is going to be getting rid of all of this stuff, because there's a mountain of it. It's fairly gone down a lot since kind of the start of this month, because I've been going down to Forfar with a trailer load most mornings first thing. So it's fairly kind of getting chipped away at. I would really like it all to be gone before the end of this month, before the end of July. And I think I can do it. There's still a good stack of conifer branches left, which is probably going to be 2 or 3 trips just of branches. And then I can always throw a couple of bags on top just to help weigh it down along with the ratchet straps. So I'm confident I can get rid of it all before the end of this month, assuming I've, woken up early enough in the morning that I can go and do it. So I'm going to go do it now. I only have 2 scheduled customers today, so which won't take long. I'll be finished then before lunchtime. So I might try and do another tip run after that, and then spend the rest of the day at that garden at Kneff and try and finish that. So I think that's this week's kind of big challenge, is going to be trying to make the most of these tip runs. I'm not working Friday. This weekend we're going away for a bit of a long weekend to Aboyne. So, which my sister likes to call the springiest town in Scotland, Aboyne. So I'm gonna get this trailer loaded and then make my way down, which you've seen 1,000 times, but I'll give you a little montage now. Right, that's another full trailer. And gotten rid of quite a lot of stuff here. So there's not a huge amount to go, probably 4 or 5 trailer loads maybe. I think I can get this done before the end of the month. Right, setting off to go back to Forfar again. That is another trailer load. I'm fairly chipping away at it. I think I can definitely get it done before the end of this month, but that is the big challenge. I really want to get rid of it, because not only does it look horrible for me, it's visible from the footpath along the top of the hill there, and also all the houses at the top of the hill. And I'm pretty sure I've seen people up there, like shaking their heads and all the rest of it when I'm dropping bags off. So I hope they appreciate and are happy to see the bags being taken away. Although I'm sure they're not going to be writing any letters of thank you or anything to me. So looking forward to seeing that all cleared. It's also, it's potentially an attraction for like rats and stuff like that. It's a bit of a and it could be a bit of a nesting spot for pests like wasps, because there is one bag where there's definitely a wasp's nest inside it. So if all of that wasn't there, we wouldn't have that. And then all those dried branches, all that woody material that's been sitting there since January, that's all a fire hazard. So, and you know, because that site looks so kind of rubbish and unmaintained and all the rest of it, because it is, I think you do get kids going down there and, like, you know, messing about, vandalizing stuff, probably like hitting away fireys and stuff like that, as kids do. They probably don't realise that that site is in use. And the last thing I want is somebody to, you know, stupidly throw cigarette butt or purposefully light anything on fire and that whole pile goes up in smoke, because I'm pretty sure I would be liable for all that, and it's right next to the wall of the unit, so I need to get rid of it all. And I'm getting there. So I'll be very happy when this is all gone. I'm going to try my hardest to get it done before the end of this month, and if I can make trips to the tip every day this week, although I didn't manage to go yesterday, if I can make trips every day this week, I think I'll get rid of probably most of it. Maybe not every bit, but the vast majority. I maybe have one trailer load left. My plan is to leave bags there until I've got enough to fill a trailer, and then I can just make one trip to Forfar, maybe once a week or twice a week if I've got a lot. And that way nothing is sitting there for ages. And ideally, you know, it wouldn't have too much there. My bit of advice, if you are kind of doing gardening, if you're a gardener or a garden maintenance company or whatever, I would try to either see if your customers have a compost heap or if they're willing to start one, and you can dump their waste on their heap. Also, if you're buying lawnmowers, look at getting a mulching mower, you know, one that has multiple capabilities that can bag, mulch or side discharge, because that means that you'll be able to just do away with the waste on site if you can. You can always give customers kind of two price options, one where you mulch it, and then a second option which is a little bit more expensive where you bag it and take it away. Being in Aberdeenshire, no one has green waste bins. Aberdeenshire is just too big an area to provide that service, so the council don't bother. If you live in Aberdeen City, or if you live in Angus, just south of here, then you do get green waste. So it's a bit of a postcode lottery for us. If you can, I definitely recommend trying to leave the end of the day with no green waste, if you can. If that means that you have to dump it in a customer's compost heap, if you're mulching as you go or whatever, if you're doing big hedge reductions and stuff, can you just bring a wood chipper and chip it all into the borders or something? You know, try and sell that to the customer as A, it's cheaper, they don't have to pay for the removal, and B, it's a free mulch, it's organic material that'll break down and feed the soil over time, help suppress weeds in the short term and so on. So always think about where your pain points are in your business and try and find solutions that are time efficient and cost efficient. You might not always be able to get both, and plus if you're buying a wood chipper, you could be spending between 1,000 and 2,000 for a half decent one for a gardening business, and you know, that's a big investment for a small company or a sole trader. But if that means that you're taking away a lot less green waste and you're not having to pay for green waste dumping, and you're saving time on site because you're just shredding it all, you're not, you know, bagging it and hauling it away and stuff, you're not making return trips for bag of waste, then I think it's a really good option. So it's certainly something that I'll be doing. I think this winter I'll probably try and buy a wood chipper so that I can shred my green waste and dispose of it in borders in people's gardens and that. Or at the very least, you can get a lot more into the trailer that way. But that's a big investment. I don't really have the money lying around to spend on that yet. So that's today's plan. Get rid of this load of green waste, do my first 2 regular maintenance customers, and then maybe try and do another tip run, try and go to that garden at Kniff, which could probably easily take another full day, to be honest. So maybe I shouldn't do another tip run, but I just really want to get rid of that green waste. So that is this week's goal, getting rid of green waste. Today's goal is to try and get 2 tip runs and get the 2 customers done and the big Knauf job done, because that would be a nice little bit of money to get as well before the end of the month. So understandably, there's only so many montages of me cutting the grass and strimming and loading the van with green waste that you actually want to see. And once you've seen all the regular maintenance customers, you know, that's just a rolling 2-weekly kind of hamster wheel that goes from now until probably end October, mid-November, depending on how mild the weather is. So, you know, you probably get a bit sick of seeing that every day. I'll try and make kind of more specific videos that show you behind the scenes of running a business and being self-employed. Things like marketing, the CRM platform, and maybe kind of a little glimpse at a couple of the other ones that I've used in the past or I've got experience with, and some of the pros and cons and why I switched. It was a little bit on YouTube as well. This is in its infancy for me, but I think long term is going to be a good thing. It's going to be a source of content for social media and marketing. It's going to be something which I think helps build a name in my area. So yeah, I'll try to give you more stuff which isn't just me cutting grass, because you might like seeing it and you'll still get bits of that every video that I post, but you know, there's only so much of that you can see. That's been this week's ramble in the van. Next stop is Forfar, where you can see me unload it all. Does anyone ever, when they're driving through these contraflow roadworks kind of things, does anyone ever have those moments where they kind of almost forget that they're on a contraflow and then suddenly realise that they're on the opposite side of the dual carriageway with the cones in between them and the opposite line of traffic, and kind of go like, fuck, where'd that come from? Like, I feel like I just zone out and then suddenly realise, like, a lorry passes, like, oh shit. Right, that's that trailer emptied. They actually have their huge kind of processing machine on the site today working. It's like a huge conveyor belt that just like takes in all of the waste that's there and like shreds it down to like a pulp, and then like spits it back out, and then a digger goes and moves it over to another site. And then they must like move these piles around periodically, and that's how they make their compost and their soil improver. Going to go back now and do my 2 regular maintenance customers I've got today, and then I think I shall fill up the trailer again and go to do some more tip runs. Well, that's another trailer load emptied. The yard's quite busy today actually. It's like they've got their huge machine out that pulverizes it and clears it, and they've got a massive digger moving stuff around. So there's a bit of activity today. Feels a little bit like I shouldn't be there. I'm gonna make my way back to Berby now, drop this trailer off, go do the other maintenance customer that's today, and then see how much time there is left in the day. Look at that. Another trailer load to go down to the tip tomorrow. And probably 3 more trips worth of stuff there, maybe. I'm very impressed with that. Well, that's great. That is such a huge amount of progress made in one day in terms of green waste. I've gotten rid of 2 big kind of loads, and I've got another trailer full there. Probably a little bit too much in that trailer, but a lot of the bags that went on are quite light, and I've got all of the conifer branches on it. So now there's just bags left to go to Forfar. I think I'm going to get this all done this week, I hope. That would be incredible. If I can get that all done by the end of this week, then I would be exceeding my own expectations of how long that would take. So I'll see how the rest of this week pans out, but yeah, I'm feeling very optimistic about that. That feels like it's all going to be out of the way. It's going to look great. It's going to look much neater and tidier. I can, have a little kind of sigh of relief knowing that I'm not going to be the one making the mess of that whole site and encouraging more fly tippers and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's a little win for the business. The week's not finished yet, but I've made a lot of progress today. So if I can keep going the way I have been and get the rest of it away, then that'll be like a massive win for me this week, getting rid of that green waste. That'll be like such an achievement. I'll be so happy if I manage to get it done. Trailer attached yet again, filled up to go to Forfar yet again. It's getting all a bit monotonous for me as well, guys, don't worry. It will be worth it in the end. It will be worth it. That's another load dumped. Getting a bit sick of it myself, to be honest. I'm sure you are too. So I'm gonna go get some diesel, drop the trailer off back in Bervie, and start today's customers. So I'll take you with me for the day. You can see where we're going. This is the first garden today. Pretty big one in the countryside behind St. Cyrus. It's lovely, nice big, kind of almost like a edge of a woodland kind of garden. Loads of flies though today. And these customers are really nice. They're always really friendly and appreciative, and glad to see me. Don't know if you can kind of just see behind me there. You've got the sea. So yeah, it's lovely here. That's the first garden done. and then the next 3 are in St Cyrus, and after that we're heading over to Barnskirk. So I just went to do one of my customers in St Cyrus. However, her grass is so dry, I don't think it should be cut. So spoke to her, said we're just going to skip this one, come back in a fortnight. There is rain forecast for this weekend and maybe a little bit next week. I'm hoping that'll be enough to revive some of these lawns because they are getting quite dry and crispy. So I'm just making my way over to Laurencekirk. Now I've got 3 customers and there's one I have to do that I kind of don't really want to do. You know when you have a customer that you just kind of want to cut from your schedule? Well, this one I'm about to go do there is one of them. So I'll maybe do her last just to, you know, save the worst for last kind of thing. I'll probably stop somewhere for a wee snack, maybe an ice cream because it's quite warm again. Another trailer load ready for tomorrow. There's not much left. I think that's probably one trailer load. There's 1 or 2 bags in there that are really heavy, and then obviously there's the big bag full of wasps. So that's going to be difficult, I think, to get those last few away, unless I get some wasp killer. But it's fairly coming along. Oh, good morning. It's Thursday. It's about 7 in the morning. I've slept in. I was supposed to get up early and go down to Forfar, but Stephen's away working in Edinburgh today, so I don't have time to go to Forfar and also take Benji on a walk before having to leave and start today's customers. So I can't do all 3 things without something being impacted, so I'm not going to go to Forfar just now. I'm going to take Benji out and then I'm going to go start my customers. I'm hoping I can carve out enough time later on that I can take that trailer to the dump, because I filled it last night. It would be great to get it out of the way. Plus, when Stephen comes back from his job today, he's going to want to go to the unit to unload his stuff, so the trailer's currently blocking the door, which you won't appreciate. I only have 4 regular maintenance customers today. One of them is a larger garden, more difficult. It's a lot of strimming on a really steep bank and stuff. And then there's like just 3 normal customers after that. And then there's that one customer that I didn't go to yesterday, I'm going to go to today to sort her out. So if I can make enough time, I'll go before the end of today and empty that trailer. I could just do 2 tip runs tomorrow, but the danger of not doing it now is something might happen tomorrow and that might want me to cancel plans doing that. I'm not working tomorrow. Tomorrow's like a day off. We're going away for the weekend, so I would have enough time to do a couple of tip runs. You know, it'll be going early in the morning, but it would be nice to only maybe have to do 1 tip run. So yeah, I'm just going to have a coffee, take Benji out, and then go start the day. Right, as Benji walked, time to set off and get to that first customer. Definitely starting later than I would like to, but it's just part of having a dog to look after. It's just part of the responsibilities of being a parent, which I don't mind, I enjoy it. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't get to go to the tip this morning, just because it would have been great to get another trailer load away, but you know, something's always got to give. Hopefully I'll have time to do it this afternoon. If not, I'll just have to do 2 tip runs tomorrow, and then that'll pretty much be it. Garden number 1. This is the big one. Maybe streaming in there. Just come up here to the Hill of Garvick, which overlooks Lawrencekirk and the whole kind of Mearns Valley. It's absolutely stunning. It's about 25 degrees today, now that the sun's come out. But look at it. Over there you've got Glen Clova. Over that way you've got the Cairnamount, and then Auchenblay and Drumtaughry. You've got Lawrencekirk just down there. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. It's an amazing place to come for a stop. Just taking a 5 minutes to appreciate this view. It's absolutely stunning. I love stopping here if I can. And on an afternoon like this, where it's 20-25 degrees, you've got this light breeze coming off the top of the hill from the sea, and you've just got this beautiful landscape stretching out before you. So if you're watching this and you're coming up around this corner of Scotland, come up the top of this road, Garvick Hill, next to Lawrencekirk. Fantastic view, nice place to stop, have a sandwich, drink a juice, or if someone else is driving, a tin of beer, and just drink it all in. But time to go. I feel like I can hear bagpipes coming from Lawrencekirk, which just really adds to the Scottish vibe for everyone. I actually forgot to record the last customer's garden. It's the one that I mentioned about having to go back to from yesterday. So that's now done. Huzzah. Time to go, sadly, but as it's my Friday, I think I'm gonna have a glass of wine in the sun. See you tomorrow morning, maybe? Good morning. It is Friday, actual Friday. I'm gonna go take these 2 trailer loads to the tip and that'll be all clear, baby. Ah, so close to getting that right under the hitch. That's the only thing with filling the trailer. It's gonna be way too heavy to maneuver it, so I need to get the tow bar right under the hitch so that I can just drop it straight on. Perfect. So excited to think that I'm going to get rid of all this today. There's a lot of wasps coming in and out of that bag though, so I don't think I'm going to be touching that one. Right, trailer loaded, making the first journey down to Forfar. I think I'm going to get rid of it all today, but the tip closes at 12 o'clock on a Friday, so I am against the clock. The dump is extremely fragrant today. And then over there is where they've got all their pre-done compost ready to rot down and become soil improver. First load dropped. Back to Bervie, 1 more to go. It's 20 to 9. So I think I'll be able to do it before the tip closes. I think. So stay tuned. Back here in Bervie, 9:30. Gonna get the last of these bags on the trailer, and hopefully that'll be it. This one's mostly soil. That one's gonna be fun tipping out. I don't think the wasps like me taking things from close to their bag. Alright, that's one really heavy bag, which can't get lifted really. And then the bag of wasps, which is left. So, I don't think I'll bother with them, because they seem to get a little bit annoyed when I'm too close to them. And that's the last of it. Right, that is the last trailer loaded. Whew. Now, gonna go back to Forfar again and get this dumped. So there's just that one really heavy bag, which must have been turf originally because it weighs a ton. I'll probably have to just like shovel that into smaller bags, I think. And then there's the bag that's full of wasps. So the bag of wasps can wait until maybe the autumn when they kind of die off. And then the bag of soil, I don't know, next time I go to the tip, which will probably be maybe end of next week or the week after or something, when I've got a trailer load, I'll try and decant that into a couple of smaller bags and make it easier for myself. Cheers, thank you. Just picked up a wee iced coffee and a bacon roll because I'm starving. Oh, that was a bit hairy. I knew my AdBlue was low. Like, I had 300 miles left on it apparently, but then as I was coming back down here, it said 100 miles, and I thought, oh gosh, it's fairly drinking this. So I thought, better be safe than sorry. Stop and pick up some AdBlue, pay probably twice the price of what I would if I just bought it online, but it'll stop my AdBlue pump from getting knackered. And I haven't had to replace the pump. Stephen's had to replace the one in his van, and it was about £900. So I think better to just take a wee 20-minute detour, find a petrol station, get the AdBlue rather than risk it. There we go, last trailer load done. That is it, finito. Woohoo! That's brilliant, that's all of the green waste away. I'm so happy that that is gone. That's like a thing that's been annoying me for a while. It's been annoying Stephen, and I'm pretty sure it's been annoying the people in Berby that kind of see it all the time when they walk past it or look down on it from their houses. So I'm relieved that that's all gone. That's a nice kind of little thing off the list that's been in the back of my mind for ages. That is the downside of all these tip runs. They take ages. Like, Forfar is a 40-minute drive away from Berby, and then you've also got the time spent loading the trailer and unloading the trailer. So it's not far away from being a 2-hour trip. It fairly eats into your week if you're doing a lot of it. And that's why I was getting up early and trying to get down there for about 7:30 in the morning when they opened. At least that way, you know, I'd only maybe be 20-30 minutes late on my route by the time I got back. But hopefully I won't have to do that as much now that pile's cleared. Maybe just once every 1 or 2 weeks. Next step is to head home, drop off this trailer, and then get ready to go away for the weekend. Our plan was to leave around about 12, so I'll probably just get in the door, get showered and pack a bag, and we'll be leaving. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's nice to have a very easy Friday. So that's this week's video. I'm very happy with how it's ended. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing me struggle getting rid of all this bloody green waste. And if you have any clever suggestions for solving this based on your own work, then please feel free to drop a comment below. Like, subscribe, share. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Spread the word. Like this video, subscribe, hit the bell, share, tell your friends and family, call your mother, etc., etc. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to know about it. Bye!